I am internally frustrated. I am. I think almost every rant I see about scene kids sort of sets me off because they're so fucking repetitive. I think I've seen one that was a little bit, logical. Other than that, I haven't seen a single one that got me thinking differently. This is what I see. I see a cult of stupid pieces of shit conforming with one another, uniting together as one, and I would go as far as to say that SS officers were more liked than these scene kids. And I don't know who fucking started it, I don't give a fuck who did, but I don't like scene kids for my own reasons, and I'm not going to justify myself, because I don't need to, but I feel like anyone who rants about scene kids that's their justification on why they don't like scene kids. And usually it's a load of shit. Like, they think they're so unique. If they do, what problem do you have with that? They're embracing that they think they're unique. Good for them. They have some sort of fucking confidence. Why are you frowning upon that? Why are you so upset that they don't feel bad about themselves? Like, I'm sorry that you may feel bad about yourself. So you gotta go on a rampage on people who don't on themselves. I don't know, that just sounded like a fucking puzzle of shit. What baffles me is that former scene kids really have the most to say about scene kids, and it's not positive. You jumped on the bandwagon a long time ago, and they may be jumping on the bandwagon very late, but you did too. Seeing as the scene died when it started. So the only one that's pathetic is you. Huh. Pathetic. Oh my god, repetitive terminology is repetitive. How many times do you have to say pathetic to fathom that we understand what you mean? And know what you're fucking saying. And no one really has a plethora of vocabulary to use, plenty modifiers to describe these pieces of shit, but I get you. Okay? I know what you're fucking saying. You don't have to repeat yourself 1,000 times. But, I don't think scene kids are that horrid, you know? They're kind of harmless. They don't possess any testicular fortitude under any circumstance. They're incompetent. They're inept at everything. Their makeup is shit. Their hair is shit. They're not smart. And what mind boggled me the most is that you said that they were our future. Scene kids have no future. Like, did you think that they did? When you say that they are our future, that's an indication that you're glorifying that they have potential. And their potential doesn't really exist. Because, they're the type of person who's gonna bum you for a few dollars or something. Or it's gonna be your older or younger sister or brother who isn't gone very far in life, and you sympathize them but don't give a shit to do anything about it. You know, you have higher expectations for scene kids than I ever have. I never thought that them and their day to remember would go very far. But you must think that they hold some sort of potential in life to get somewhere. And I never thought that far about them. But I wasn't as dickish about it. I mean, like, I'm probably gonna be a dick in this video because you were, and I'm not gonna feel bad. I mean, for one, you should probably dye your hair one color if you're gonna make fun of a cult of kids who dye their hair more than one color. And I don't think anyone needs your approval on what they should do. Oh well, if you're like 27 and you work in like cosmetology and you can get away with 3 different colors in your hair, then go ahead, do it. More power to you. I'm not gonna take orders from a 17-year-old kid who's going into the 11th grade, who was a former scene kid and now is not. You're like Annie Scene. but you were pro-scene a while ago. I don't know. And I don't know. That's just what I don't get about rants. People who used to be seen are making fun of scene kids now. What are you then? Because you used to be seen and you're saying that now, but when you were seen, that was like all the negative annotations of being seen. You didn't like the label, so you weren't seen back then, and you weren't now. But what are you now? You're something, right? You gotta be something. You probably don't know. Or you're too ashamed to admit. Who fucking knows? Who fucking cares? And that's my point. Who fucking cares? Seeing kids don't bother me. I mean, they have bothered me in the past. And that's the specific reasons why I don't like them. Usually. But I have stories behind that. And usually the scene kids are like the straight edge kids. And I don't have a problem with straight edge kids. I really don't. I have a problem with the straight edge apologetics. The ones who, like, stand up for them or defend them because no one else can. But I haven't heard a single persuasive defense argument on them at all. So I'm gonna go by what I believe. But other than that, I think this is the conclusion of my response because I don't really think that your video held a lot of importance because scene kids are important and they're forgotten and no one gives a fuck.